Oh, forgot. Hello, friends. Welcome into the Eric Zane Show podcast. This is a daily show where I discuss news, nonsense, and my personal adventures from right here in the Impact Power Sports Studio. Impact Power Sports. You can get a snowmobile at Impact Power Sports, and boy, there's a lot of snow around here. I moved a foot off of the driveway yesterday. You could get a snowblower too. You could get rid of the snow with something from Impact Power Sports and then tool around the neighborhood in the snow. Some dude was riding around in a snowmobile, towing the kids. They're like on those saucer sleds and these, taking the turns fast. The kids go flipping off of them. It's fantastic. We have a winter wonderland here, and then it snowed like hell. Again, I got to go out again and do it. Anyway, I digress. If you're looking for a Yamaha golf cart, they can get you in there at Impact Power Sports for all the things with motors. They take care of you there. Okay, we have so much to get to today, and I'm just excited to bring it to you. Don't look now, but I've gotten several days now in a row where I've started on time. So I am one to brag. Like, if there's something to brag about, I am the guy to brag about it. I'm full of bragginess if there is a reason to have some bragginess. Bob is in Pennsylvania. He says, from his standpoint, the dusting that they were supposed to get became 8 inches. Yeah, you get trapped in a changing forecast, and then it's like, oh, my God. Man Bun Chris says, since the bragging, naturally back to 10:36 a.m. start times later this week. You never know. You never know what can happen. Let's see. The national championship game went on yesterday, and it was a doozy. That was a great game that happened between Indiana and Miami. That was one for the ages. The quarterback, Fernando Mendoza, he did not let down as well. He had the post-game interview. And we talked about him on the Patreon yesterday about he's kind of like a spazzy hyper dude. Ben Glaze says, fuck Cignetti, LOL. That's the coach of Indiana. Before I get to this clip, it should be noted that everything has changed about college athletics with the fact that they pay the players. And I am just sick and tired of hearing people say, you've ruined it. No, you've made it better. You've made it a lot better. How interesting it is to have teams that have historically been the worst. Like Indiana football has been an afterthought. Nobody gives a shit. Nobody had given a shit about Indiana football. But the way it goes now is the schools can pay the players so you can get some great players that come to your school. And then you take those great players mixed with this coach who everybody loves. This guy, he does a hell of a job, this coach Cignetti. And then you take a team that has historically been a pile of shit, and then they're number one. They go undefeated. They rubbed everybody's fucking face in shit all year long. Who was the NFK rooting for? I think he was rooting for Indiana because Pooh Bear was rooting for Indiana. Pooh Bear loves Fernando Mendoza. When Mendoza won the Heisman Trophy, we played the clip on Patreon. He referred to his mother, Mommy, which may have been a little bit much. I don't know if grown men. I don't think grown men should refer to their mothers as Mommy. But that's not a big deal. He really loves his mom. I don't hear any love for Dad, though, and I don't know if that is his dad. It might be like another. I don't know the variables of the relationship, but the mother is not well. Her health is a little bit of an issue. She has MS, and so a lot of shots of her. There was shots of her cheering the kid on. He had a great run for a touchdown on 4th down. Mendoza did. It was fucking great. That dude's a beast. And then there was also several moments when the Miami players were hitting him after the whistle. I saw two. One, the dude smashed him in the back, and another one, a guy hit him with the top of his helmet right in the chin. And no call. So right away, I was like, man, fuck these Miami guys. They're trying to fuck this guy up with cheap shots. But he did not yield at all. And then finally, the offenses of both teams kind of figured out the defenses in the second half of that, especially the fourth quarter was awesome. Holy shit, was that a great game. And then you had that beast running back for Miami. They'd give him the ball, and he busted for 60 yards. And then, they show the camera on that guy's mom, and she's in the stands jumping up and down like a lunatic. Birch Barlow says, Mommy Mendoza is smoking hot. Yeah, if they did a Miss MS 2026, she would probably win, despite the fact that she is in a wheelchair and her body is failing her. She is still very, very pretty, Mrs. Mendoza. Rich says, props to ESPN for putting porn star Abella Danger up on the screen. Didn't hear that one. They put a porn star on the screen? What? The transfer portal was more responsible for Indiana's success than NIL. So, you know how that's also something that I didn't mention. I love that, too, that the players can just up and leave and go to another school. Like the Miami quarterback, he came from Georgia, where I think he got injured last year or some shit like that or whatever. Carson Beck is his name. And then he just up and leaves them and shows up in Miami, and there he is, playing for a national title. And so, yeah, I could totally see how that transfer portal can affect Indiana, but whatever. I think that if players are going to transfer, they're not going to do it unless they're paid. So make no mistake. There is little doubt about Indiana having to shell out big bucks to get the team that they have. And I'm here for it. I love that. I am over people saying that the transfer portal and NIL money have ruined college athletics. I disagree completely. It's fantastic. If you're Michigan State, who I think didn't they just get another new coach again? I don't even know if they've gotten that far. Now, they're shitty every year, Michigan State. But there's a ton of people that are rich that can pull this off. So you got to get them together and get them to get the best players. I want to see a school like Central Michigan University become the best in the nation. But I'll settle for the story, the rags to riches story of Michigan State. Boy, this is really interesting to me. So these rich people get together and they have like a group, an NIL group, and they're under a name. And then what they do then is they offer that money to these people. They come to the school, they pay the players, and then they sell the player being a spokesperson for this car dealership and this lawn care company and this restaurant, and they make money. So it's not like the rich people are just giving money to players and then not getting anything in return other than bragging rights. They're using that player for their own purposes to promote, and it's really fantastic. Man Bun Chris says, AKA what the SEC did for years. Now it's a fair game. Big Ten has won the last 3. Yeah, exactly. Well, I'm pretty sure that all the schools did that. If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. But now these players can make real big money. There are college players who are making a lot more money as a college player than they would starting out in the NFL. So that's great. That gives the incentive now. These players want to stay in school longer. I don't know if they're going to school. I don't care if they're going to school. I don't care if they're graduating. I don't give a shit about that. Some of them do. If they do, awesome. No problem. Can you imagine being the last guy to not earn any money in college football? Like, there had to have been a point where there was one dude who didn't earn shit, but he was really good. And then, like, the next guy made a ton. That had to have happened. You'd be like, fuck! Why didn't you do this sooner, you fucking morons? This is the post-game presser with Fernando Mendoza.
Fourth quarter, you're leading by just 3 points, and coach decides to go for it on 4th down. What did he say to you in that huddle, and how did you execute it?
That's one thing about our team. We're always going to put all on the line. And, I want to give all the glory and thanks to God there. My offensive lineman blocked perfectly, and we're able to execute the team towards a common goal, have the Indiana Hoosier synergy to score, and then give our team a chance to win the game.
How did you get it in there, though? You had to go.
It's like he has it down, like he's practiced that. He was answering the question, but it's almost like he's relying on talking points.
How did you get it in there, though? You had to go airborne, Fernando.
I had to go airborne, and I'll die for my team. Whatever they need me to do, they need me to take, shots from the front and the back, whatever it is, I'm going to die for my team out there, and I know they're going to do the same for me. That's what makes us so close, and that's what makes this national championship so special.
Show my cameraman right there your arm. You can't imagine the beating this young man had last night.
Shout out to Miami defense. You can see why their 2 edges are first-round picks. It was going to be a physical game. And, we had to play physical, and we did play physical. We elevated it, and it's victory so sweet for everybody, for the entire Hoosier Nation, but also, it's super sweet to myself. I was a 2-star recruit coming out of high school. I got declined to walk on offer to the University of Miami. Full circle moment here, playing in Miami for all the friends and family. I can't thank Coach Nettie enough, and Coach Whitmer and Coach Anna for taking a chance on me, and just give all the glory to God.
You've been a little boy sitting in these stands watching people play on this field. How do you describe walking out of here a national champion after all these years?
There's no words. There's no words. This is the most special moment of my life, and I know my teammates here. There's no one else I'd rather do it with.
Thank you, Fernando.
Thank you, guys. God bless.
Oh no!
It would be
He's gonna have another moment. Mommy. All right, he's a spaz. Okay. Rich says, okay, bro, wrap it up. Damn. He's giving all the glory to God, all that. He's doing all the right things. I believe that is genuine. I don't think he is acting. I think he's really just that type. He's just tightly wound, and talk about dying for your teammates like that. You want that. Tyler says this kid is such a fucking dope. I can't stand him. Piano Finger Banger says he has golden retriever energy. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's just a hyper spaz. This is the guy that the Lions want. The Lions don't have that great of a draft pick, but they don't have that terrible of one either. Tyler says he's got NFL bust written all over him. Yeah, I don't think so. I think he's going to be a good player. Black Belt Nick says people are not used to athletes that are genuine. Okay, I think there's something to be said about a dude who's so genuine, like you're indicating there, that he's willing to look like a dork and talk to his mommy and cry on camera like that, and he doesn't give a shit. Is it hilarious? Of course. Is it easy to make fun of? You're damn right it is. But, man, he has been remarkably consistent in every clip that we have seen of him. There's another one I want to show of him.
Such a great group of guys.
He snuck this one in. If you pay attention to him here.
Such a great group of guys. I love you guys. Great job. Let's fucking go.
Someone described it as long game con.
Such a
to
great
drop, let's fucking go.
Group of guys. I love you guys. Great job. Let's fucking go.
I like him. Piano Finger Banger says, I disagree. Not a bust. He's got an insane arm and he can run. Plus, he's huge. He's like 6'3", 6'4". He's a big fella. He's a big spaz. Alan says all he has to say is, you like that? And he's Kirk Cousins. Stevie says he is so annoying. Fernando Mendoza. All right. I need to get Pooh Bear in here. Rich says he's giving off Tim Tebow vibes. Now, Pooh Bear and I shut the game off, and I woke up and watched I love those YouTube videos. You just type in, you wake up after the game, and you type Indiana, Miami highlights. And you can do that for any game. And then on YouTube, you've got the entire game in 30 minutes. So then I just bounce to where I shut it off, and I see all the key plays. It's fucking great. So I saw all the amazing moments for that one. But Pooh Bear's a big fan of this guy.
Hello?
Hello, Pooh Bear. I was just talking about Fernando Mendoza.
Oh, yeah, I love him.
I have a he's polarizing.
Yeah.
Some people don't like him.
Why?
I'll read you the comments.
Oh, God. It's probably the same assholes that are rude all the time.
To you.
Yeah.
Stevie wrote, he is so annoying.
How is he annoying? Because he's nice?
I don't know. That's all she says.
Okay.
Ben Glaze says that his speeches are all rehearsed. David says it's memorized. Tyler says he's got NFL bust written all over him.
Oh, my God. Well, that may be true. I don't know, but we're not talking about Ben. Later, we're talking about right now. And right now, he's a big story, and he's a good guy, and he took his team to 16-0. So all of you can eat a shoe.
Eat a shoe, you say. Tyler says He is such a fucking dope. I can't stand him.
Who did?
Tyler said that.
Tyler who?
Tyler Kerr.
Oh.
You've met Tyler. He's a nice guy. He's a little shy.
Yeah, well.
You can eat a shoe. Chris.
Tyler can eat a shoe.
Chris in Buffalo says, I don't like him because he honks his horn too much when he's driving.
Oh, my God. He's a dick that says this all the time.
There's a couple other people that do it, too. No, I like him. I like him. I think he's a little much when he's all fired up, but I don't care. I don't care. I like him.
Yeah, and I think that's true. I just think he's in the moment, and maybe he has a little ADD. I don't know, but
yeah, he might be blessed with the superpower.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
But you and I went to bed. We missed it all.
I know. You said, "Okay, we're turning this off," and I'm like, "Okay."
Oh, was that bad?
Well, no, I was tired too, but I was like, "Okay, this is a bummer." There's like one quarter left, and we can't.
It's time for bed. We got to go to bed.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. All right. No school for Pooh Bear because of the snow, and I think we're getting 3 more inches by tomorrow.
Oh God, are we really?
Yeah.
So I might have to stay home tomorrow too.
I don't know. I'm not sure.
I think it depends on the wind chill too. I know the wind chill is supposed to get bad by the end of the week.
All right. Ben Glaze wants to know if I have any new moves.
Okay. All right, it's time to hang up now.
Okay, I love you. Bye.
Love you too. Bye.
She's had it with my shenanigans, and yours too. After the game, though, there was this. I hope I got it. I don't know. I'm kind of a mess here. Some dude from Miami wanted to beat everybody up. The running back. Let's see. Where is it? Fuck. I don't think I can find it. I'll come back to that. Oh, yeah, here it is. Miami's Mark Fletcher Jr. He had quite a finish. Game is over. And he walks up to fucking, I don't know, some guy, Tyreek Tucker. Is that the guy who blocked the kick, Tyreek Tucker? And he's gonna let him have it.
See it. Perhaps you at home have seen it out. See it.
Yeah, that Tucker had his helmet off, and this guy comes up to him and jacks him in the head.
See it. Perhaps you at home have seen it afterwards. That's Mark Fletcher, who swung at an Indiana player, which obviously is Tyreek Tucker, and couldn't possibly know what was said.
Later, though, the same guy was cool with Fernando Mendoza. I think because Mendoza's he's sweet as peaches. Nobody could ever. There might have been one Miami player who wanted to kick his ass, according to Pooh Bear, which is remarkable to me. But here, this same guy, like you got the one hug. There's Mendoza talking about his mommy. Mendoza hugging someone else. He's going to go and shake this guy's hand. Fletcher again gives him another hug. More handshakes, more hugs. More handshakes, more hugs. And then another handshake, and then another hug. It's a lot of hugs by Mendoza. This guy's like, what just happened to me? I wanted to kick somebody's ass a second ago, and now I'm in a great mood because this sweet guy was just being so nice to me. All right. Speaking of football, I've got this statistic. Yesterday's asshole of the day was the Buffalo Bills management. for firing Sean McDermott, their head coach. Every year, they're good. Every year, they go to the playoffs. Here's some food for thought. I wonder if the Buffalo Bills did their research before they fired this guy. In the last 6 years, the Buffalo Bills have the best record. They've scored the most points. They've allowed the fewest points. They have a point differential of 902. I think that means they've scored 902 more than what they've given up. No other team in football is over 600. Yet, they fired this guy. I don't think I'll ever understand this one. Yeah, you got to keep that going. Football's hard. Crazy shit happens all the time. Ben Glaze says not the coach's fault. The player's fault in the playoffs. Chris says they should have fired the GM. I guess everybody hates that guy. So, yeah, I mean, and I think what I talked about with Stu McAllister, what I talked about with Carl, and what I think any Bills fan feels is that that dude, everybody loves that dude. Oh, he's a player's coach. And they all like buy into him. And now you're going to bring in whoever the fuck else and expect these guys to change their thinking from the mindset of this player's coach to whoever the fuck they need to bring in Matt Patricia just to show you how easy it is to fuck everything up. He says that Patrick says it's like the Tennessee Titans firing Mike Vrabel. Bob says everyone blew it in the playoffs. Should have been Bears, Bills, Texans, and Seahawks. I don't think it should have been. I mean, I think that you could say that the Bills should have beaten Denver if it weren't for the refs and or if it weren't for Josh Allen. But it had nothing to do with Sean McDermott. The Bears, no. They lost that game. The Texans were garbage in their playoff game, as were the 49ers. The Seahawks are still in. Bob says it should have been the Seahawks. They are in. Bob, do you know anything about sports? Have you been following football at all? There is a new name that we get to mock. Kind of. I don't know if I want to mock it. We've talked on this show about a football player out of Eastern Michigan. He played high school football in West Virginia. And he ended up getting a scholarship and probably some NIL money to play at Eastern Michigan University. His name is Noah Kanega. The problem is the last name is spelled Knigga. Basically, the N-word, the way a black guy would say it, with a K at the beginning of it. And it's pronounced Kanega. So Noah Kanega, and on the back of his jersey it says Knigga, goes to Eastern Michigan University. Ben says the K is silent. No, I don't think it is. Noah Kanega is a linebacker for Eastern Michigan University. He also put out a product line where it just says his last name on a hat. Now, who the fuck is going to wear a hat that says Knigga? Not everybody is going to know that that is pronounced Knigga. What sick fuck idiot is going to wear a hat that spells out Knigga? Cole says they put extra stitches on the K in his jersey, make damn sure it doesn't get ripped off. Yeah, if I'm the opposing team, I'm working hard to rip off the K. You might even want to go out there with like a small blade and over the course of the game, get that K off. Well, the latest ridiculous name is, I don't know where Ashland is. Ashland Swimming and Diving is just, well, they've got a diver on there. Or a swimmer, I don't know. There you go. You can see it if you're watching the live stream on Twitch, or Facebook, YouTube, or Kick. This fucking guy's last name is Girz. And I don't know how it's pronounced. I'm hoping it's pronounced Gyers or Gears. I certainly hope it's not Gers. If it is, that makes his first name, Nick, even that much more ridiculous. Now, you won't catch me putting those two together. I won't even go with a space, a long, pronounced space between those two. No. I will only refer to this person as Nick from Ashland Swim and Dive. Or Mr. Gers from Ashland Swim and Dive. Or the swimmer Gers. Or the diver Gers. You will never, ever witness any part of the first name being anywhere close to the last name. It just wouldn't happen. I want to know what's going on with this family, the Gers family, to name this person with this first name so long ago. Whatever, however old you think this guy is, 18, 19, 20, I don't know. But you got to have like a meeting with the parents. Say, can you please, because in my opinion, if there's a kid with this name, that to me, I am suspicious that the parents are racist. Because they're doing that just to have this moment that is happening right now on this show. I can't believe it. Bread Bull Brain Chris says swimmer with the stupid porn stash. Well, you know that's a very common look these days. That's in style to have that type of porn stash. Nick says they got it from the Dave Chappelle sketch. Yeah, it was. It's all I remember from that is Dave Chappelle delivering milk to a family. I don't even like to think about it on here, let alone consider saying it. I would never. I don't want to play the bit. I might have played it once in the past. I don't know. It's just fucked up. And it's supposed to make white people fucked up. It should. Because it's dangerous. It's very, very dangerous, especially for a broadcaster like me. I don't want to be the guy to ever be involved in that. Or if you're in charge of the sports information department, you got to do something. You don't want to leave it to possibility that someone could actually introduce this person. Like at the team banquet. God damn, is that bad? Now, we talked recently about Steve Kerr, the basketball coach, with the last name of Kerr. Not that different than the last name of Gers, but I think Gers is worse. I think you're actually saying the word when you put this first name and this last name together. At first, I thought this was a prank, but Man Bun Chris has vetted it. I'm just going to tell you, Man Bun Chris, that if I'm announcing soccer games and there's even something that's remotely close to this, I'm not saying that. No. And you might as well just tell the guy, say, hey, he's going to be dancing around your name. I'll just say the first name. Nick with the goal. Cannot wait till soccer season. When does the schedule hit, by the way? I'm excited about doing the Michigan Rangers games. They had a magical season last year. They went so far in the playoffs. I think you went to the semifinals. What is the name called? Or the league called? NPSL, National Professional Soccer League. Man Bun Chris says, how would you handle this if you were doing PA and it's pronounced how it looks? How do mom and dad not realize this? Oh, I would actually take it upon myself to get up and find the relatives and say, so look, this is a joke 20 years in the making here with your son. Here I am. I'm talking on the public address system, and you're expecting me to say this. What the fuck is wrong with you? I would want to bring them up to the PA booth and conduct an interview about this fucking folly. Bread Bull Brain Chris says you call him Nicholas even if that's not his name. Not only that, but you see, even if you say Nicholas and then this last name, people are going to put two and two together there. And I don't want that. This is bullshit. Whoever this guy's mom and dad are, they're assholes. And they're racist. Unless you can convince me otherwise, I'm going into that conversation with Mr. and Mrs. Gers that you are racist for naming your son what you named him. It's open season on broadcasters these days. Broadcasters do a great job of ruining their careers on their own by, having moments where terrible things are said. You can't be feeding us things that could lead us to saying those things, and then it's in question. Because if I say that, you're going to get a pack of people who are going to say, he said that like he liked it. You know that word crosses his mouth all the time because he said it so fluently and so easily. Bread Bull Brain Chris says plot twist, one of his parents is black. I don't know if I believe that. Nick in the arena says something that I'm not comfortable in even saying the joke. I think I can't figure out the joke in text. Bread Bull Brain Chris says, no, I just made that up about one of his parents being black. Yeah, can we not be making shit up on this story? You realize just the fact that I'm talking about this, I put myself in a fucking extreme jeopardy, and I got you assholes doing alternative facts on the fucking deal, and that puts me into a spot where I'm reading them, and the next thing you know, I'm canceled. Okay, I am now ending my discussion about this athlete who will forever be known as Nick the swimmer/diver or Mr. Gers the swimmer/diver from Centerville, Ohio. You know, if he's from Centerville, Ohio, I might be able to look up the Gers family in Centerville. Ben says, I think his last name is actually pronounced Guz. That might be my favorite crack of the day so far. That's outstanding, Ben Glaze. So this guy whose first name is Nick, you're suggesting his last name is pronounced Guz? You asshole. Man Bun Chris says you should DM him and get him on the podcast to clear it up. Oh, yes. Bread Bowl Brain Chris says, oh, so no hard R. You're good. I don't know if I am. Tyler says you won't catch Freeber and Hot Wings talking about this kid, but if they did, Freeber would give us 5 minutes of all of his high school diving stats. Oh. Okay. Speaking of that, we have a Big Fraud Thursday coming up featuring another episode of Who Are These Freebeers? Starting at 6 p.m. on my Patreon, which is an entirely different platform for you. This is the free platform. That is the other platform. This platform is supported by sponsors, who then I ask you to engage them, and that's how the world spins. Patreon is more content, and it is supported by your dollars and cents. $5 a month for audio, $10 a month for audio, video, live streams. Patreon.com/Eric Zane. We'll also do another episode of the Ben and Eric Patreon podcast on a Big Fraud Thursday. And by the way, I have a free 7-day trial for you to check it out at no cost, of course, and no obligation and no tricks, so that when it expires, I charge you. If you do exactly as I say right now, you will be able to take advantage of this. Today, go to patreon.com/Eric Zane and sign up for the 7-day trial. Right after doing that, cancel it. You will still get the 7 days despite canceling. Now, after those 7 days, that's when I want you to evaluate. You'll be like, was it worth it or was it not? And if it was worth it and you still want to enjoy the content, go into your profile that you've created and just enable your payment form. Because you do need a payment form to sign up for the free trial. But since you canceled it, you will not be charged. And I like it that way because some people forget. And then it charges you, and I'm like, and you didn't want to get charged. I want to make sure that you only get charged for if you want the content. So then after that 7 days, I love it. I love it. Re-enable your card for either $5 a month for audio or $10 a month for audio, video, live streams, and then we're in business. You can email me on the Shoreliner Striping inbox, eric@ericzaneshow.com. You can buy a hoodie if you go to ericzaneshow.com and click merch, and you can get my latest Defector t-shirt. Scroll down from that, and you'll see the collection of other things for sale, like hoodies, hats, coffee mugs, etc. Rich with the question about Patreon. Will there be another Ottawa County Fascists episode? No, that's calmed down quite a bit. Unless they become fascists again, maybe. Rich also says the While I'm Away collection is awesome. Yeah, you got full shows there from earlier days in my career when I was helping build my morning show to be the best that it was, only to be ruined to what it is now. All on Patreon. One more thing I want you to do if you're watching on Facebook, Kick, or YouTube, I'm about to kick you out. If you want the rest of today's show, because I've got plenty more that I'm talking about, you must go to twitch.tv/Eric Zane Live. That is uninterrupted. I only give you a portion of the show, usually on Facebook, Kick, or YouTube. So go to twitch.tv/Eric Zane Live. That's my free platform. And sign up. Follow the page so that you know when I go live. And subscribe to it if you don't want commercials. If you're like, I don't give a shit if there's commercials, that's fine too. Otherwise, you can link up your Amazon Prime for no commercials. Or you can pay, I think it's $5.99 a month or something like that? I don't know. Whatever. I'm good with whatever you decide. So I know that's a lot, but thank you